Okay, so I think you can hear me now. So we got some strawberries, and they smell really nice. So when you get strawberries, fresh strawberries, you can smell them from afar. So the thing is that you just got to make sure they don't get bruised. Like this one right here is already getting a little bit bruised. So kind of pick through them. These would probably be the first ones you want to use. But essentially, these two little flats, so 6 baskets for $20, and they're certified organic, and they really smell really nice. So probably make some jam with them, and then the rest will be for salads or just eat like that. Smoothies. Berries are your best friend when it comes to antioxidants that you want to have. When in doubt, eat a strawberry. I did get some basil. So again, fresh basil. Fresh basil and strawberries go very well. You also have some mint. Mint and strawberries go very well. Found some spinach. This one, again, very versatile. You can use it raw, cooked, steamed, sauteed. Garlic, olive oil. I use it in an omelet. I don't know. Choices are endless. But here's something that probably some people don't see every day. And the farmer was really excited to show me this. So it's red spinach. And yes, it is a little red. Kind of looks like a mini Swiss chard, but it is spinach. And you might wonder why it's red. And it has these extra pigments called anthocyanins. And that essentially is another antioxidant that gives it this pigment color. So when you look at it between the two, this one has more antioxidants, which are great for cell growth, has some been known to be attributed with some cancer properties. But this one, in terms of flavor, this one is a lot milder, more subtle. And because it comes with this color, it's really nice also for plating visually. I use this raw because, if you cook it, it's going to get dark. And part of it, the beauty of it is the color, and not to mention the additional nutritional properties. So I'll definitely be using this probably just like in salads. If anything, the smoothie, I would refrain from cooking this as much as possible. And then I have my other spinach. And of course, spinach and strawberries also go very well. Avoid cabbage. I got something small because the least you process it, meaning the less you cook it or cut it, it lives longer. Kale, dino kale, for juice. Got some celery, romaine lettuce, and let's see here, yellow onions and red onion, and of course spring onions. These are amazing. They have a very fresh, sharp, you can smell them from afar. So these, you can use them in various things. They are a lot sharper in taste, kind of milder as well. Grill them, you can roast them, use them as your plain instead of a white onion. The green is also edible. It's a little bit more of a grassier flavor. Definitely good for like soups or find it to finish up a little bit of garnish color on your plates. Of course, everything here is just a mixture of what's available this week. And kind of going back to the more different vegetables, the more different plants that you use, you incorporate different minerals, you incorporate the fiber, you incorporate the vitamins, the nutrients that you don't find in ultra processed foods. And essentially, it's like when you see these, having to fortify with whatever vitamin E or fortify with fiber, meaning they have to add it back in. This is really the fiber and stuff that you want. So for those that are interested in what did this cost me? So before I forget, I figured I'd share that as well. So for the two things of strawberries here, and again, this is all organic. So I'll just put that now. These were $20 and for 6 baskets. And when you put these away, don't wash them. Don't wash your produce until you're going to need it, because you'll wash it out with their protective cover, like the natural coating that'll help it preserve itself. And when you wash it and then you put it in the fridge, you're starting to burn the produce. So wash it before you're going to use it. In other words, wash it and then use it. So yeah, so I'll basically put all this stuff away just like it is. But yeah, so this was all $20. All of this right here, which is the red spinach, carrots, get a scale out, better idea of what this actually turned out to be. So strawberries were $20, so it's $3.50, and it's 5 grams for the basket. So we'll make it a faster one. 5 grams for the basket. So all right, let's just do this. All right, so 3 baskets, and still use this one. Okay, so for one we have 1,085 grams, so roughly about 2.5 pounds. Now this is all whole weight, meaning this is without cleaning it, taking out the little tails, all of that stuff. And for the other one, we have, this one actually has a little more. Came with 1,175 grams. So we got I would say, without doing the math, roughly 6 pounds of organic strawberries for $20, or 6 of those little basket pints, whatever they're called anymore these days. So we have that. $20 for 6 baskets of strawberries. So the rest of this was $35 because the whole thing was $55. So red spinach, 1 bunch, 196 grams. 1 bunch of mint is 40 grams. 1 bunch of fresh basil, that's 49. 3 bunches of kale combined is 536 grams. One, I would call this a smaller bunch or smaller head of romaine lettuce, 254 grams. 1 medium stalk of celery, 748 grams. 1 large bunch of plain spinach, 133 grams. 2 small heads of Savoy cabbage, 574 grams. 1 bunch of spring onions, or a 3 count, is 228 grams. 1 red onion, which is about, I would call that about a medium size, at 245. And 2 medium yellow onions, 500 grams for the 2. And so here we have, I already broke it down, but they got rid of all the stems. But it's 3 bunches of carrots. They sell it by the bunch. So I got 2 orange and 1 purple. And again, the color goes back to the anthocyanin pigment. Now, when you cook them, you want to cook them separate though, because the purple ones will bleed. So if you get a paint on your color on your dishes, this would be it. So combined weight of 1,065 grams for carrots, 3 bunches of carrots. And that is it. And that was all $35. And I also got, I don't have them here, but it's a 10-pound bag of car oranges, and that was $15. So essentially I spent $70, all of that. And that'll pretty much be enough for the week. And I will play around with what I'll make with that for this week. You know, strawberry basil salad with some carrots, maybe some of that cabbage. We'll see what else. Mint. Yeah, this is my produce basket for the week. And we'll see what I make with it. I figured I'd give you guys a general idea of what my weekly pickup looks like and some of the things that you find that are not common. But believe me, the farmer was very excited to show me this red spinach, and I love it. So, you know, you can start to play around with artwork. So yeah, thanks for joining, and go to your market. You'll find some amazing stuff, and all that stuff's been picked within days, hours, within driving distance to your house. Thanks, everybody.